You know, Styzer, could you just get it fucking right? We're not talking about if the sun is white. You brought that in as some stray, crazy fucking shit. In the core or anywhere else. We're talking about is it bright in the center of the sun? Okay, that was the issue. You've made the issue. Do you actually know anything at all about physics except for that? It's weird. I agree. Modern physics is pretty weird. Okay. But you are just being fucking nuts. I mean, the temperature of a sunspot and the amount of radiation it puts out in the visible spectrum, okay. And I granted that if you were talking about, there's a philosophical question about the definition of bright, if something was bright in just gamma rays, but we're talking about the sun, which radiates like a black body. There's every wavelength of light in there. Sunspots are only a quarter of the brightness of the other parts of the surface of the sun. That's still fucking really bright. A lot brighter than your goddamn cigarette. You don't understand any of this shit. You're laying the question out of whether you know any fucking thing about physics. Now, I've been very nice with you, and no, I haven't been trying to make you feel stupid. And it's never going to work. You calling me a plank or any other insult that might be in American English that I would actually know what the fuck you were talking about, it's not going to have an influence on me. It has no influence on me. And bringing Gary into this is hysterical because Gary has no understanding of modern physics. We've been through this, he and I. And you're saying that I'm quoting Gary? Are you fucking mad? Yes, you are. All right, and I didn't say, are you a science nutter? I said, are you some sort of new science nutter? Because you're acting like you're using current physics, NASA. But you don't care about A&L. But you're quoting NASA and whatever, what was the other one? LNL or whatever, .gov. Those are good sources, and there's information in those same fucking pages that you're ignoring. You say you've read it, but you quote pages and point at the goddamn picture. Do you know how those fucking pictures of sunspots are taken? Do you know they're heavily filtered so you can get the sun down dark enough so you can see the relative brightness? And when it comes out black on your fucking computer monitor, that doesn't mean the sun is fucking black and that there's no light coming out of that part. I mean, what the fuck? And, it's never going to work. Insulting the frogs. I don't fucking care. I'm not a frog, man. Saying I'm trying to appear smart. I take a lot of shit from fucking fools like you about the fucking frogs. If I gave a damn, I'd make videos only at the daytime. I'd comb my fucking hair and I'd look all away an authority. Would you take that as an authority? I fucking hope not. And if you would, I'm not interested. Now, when I did start off saying, are you nuts? Of course the sun is hotter than your cigarette. But that's because I did think you knew something, and you would come back with, oh, well, this and that and this and that. It's just a little literalism game in the way you interpret it. But no, you actually fucking believe this stuff. Now, I'm not saying we know what's actually going on at the center of the sun because currently we know we don't know everything. It's a kind of physics, we can't reproduce in the lab. There's probably weird-ass shit we haven't figured out. But let me tell you this. It ain't going to be that it's an especially cool phenomena, right? It's a lot more likely it's a weird phenomena about shit that goes on at 16 million fucking degrees Kelvin. Okay? It's not going to be, oh, it's really icy cold in there and black and dark and there's no light. There's no light. And you don't care about quotes from Einstein, huh? Fine. I didn't bring him in. You're the one that kept saying, Einstein, Einstein, Einstein. If you knew anything about Einstein, not only have I studied Einstein's theories, okay, but I'm reading his biography now, which confirms the fact that Einstein figured out his physical theories, special and general relativity, first. Then he came up with the mathematics to explain them. And in the case of general relativity, he needed help because his math professors didn't even like him because he wouldn't even come to class. He thought it was ridiculous, that it was just all ridiculous abstractions at first. And then he came around and realized, hey, there is something to this. But he still didn't put any weight into the material implications that when you had an equation to describe something, it didn't mean everything implied by the equations were material. And he definitely had an idea where he would deduce things like relativity from other principles which were not mathematical. You can apply math to them, but be that as it may, you're the one that brought it fucking up as someone like, well, have you ever studied? Yeah, I fucking studied Einstein. Now, unlike you, I am well-rounded enough to study things like his life and how he came and the order he came to these conclusions that you evidently know shit all about, okay? And as far as that metaphysics crap, oh, you want to say because I also know philosophy that it's metaphysics? Fucking don't even read a book. Just look at some of my videos. Search for me on metaphysics. I don't believe in any metaphysics. It's all physical. Everything has to correlate to physics. And I don't make claims about physics we don't know. That's why I've been very careful about talking about as if we know what's going on in the center of the sun. But what little we can deduce and have a handle on implies it's fucking hot there with lots of light, very bright, not no light. That's the way current physics looks like in terms of what you could deduce from it about the center of the fucking sun. All right? Now, why even talk about it if we don't know? Because how do you fucking learn about it if you don't talk about it? So I see a subject like this and your own particular, foolishness as a chance to discuss physics. You say you don't use anything but facts? Are you fucking kidding me? And you're gonna tell me that ANL.gov is not a good source? Look, if you were fucking knew physics better, you wouldn't need to go. You could go anywhere and see that those sunspots are 400 degrees Kelvin. You'd know what black body radiation is like. You'd know it's dependent on fucking temperature. And you know it was putting off a lot more heat, energy, and light than your fucking cigarette tip. Okay? So look, you're not going to get anywhere with me just trying to insult me. I've been insulted for decades, and I've even learned from people in the midst of them insulting me, though I can't remember of any kind. So maybe I have, maybe I haven't, I don't know. But it certainly doesn't have a goddamn effect on me. You say you can prove all this stuff with math, then fucking do it, man. I know enough math to show me the fucking equations, okay? Because the equations of black body radiation, the equations of fucking nuclear fusion, they all show that there's shitloads of visible photons inside the sun. There's a hell of a lot more trapped inside the sun, taking millions of years to get the fuck out, than there is coming out of the outer layers of the sun that we actually receive light from, that leaks into motherfucking space. All right? Now, you're making a fool of yourself. I have not tried to make you look stupid yet, but I'm about to. And you're the one doing that. You are making yourself look like an idiot. And could you fucking start by realizing we're not arguing about whether the sun emits white light? You fucking moron. We're talking about, was it bright? Was it fucking bright? And the funny thing is, so you make this diversion about white light, and you're wrong on that too. And you're going to tell me some of the most trivial, simple to understand fucking optics in the goddamn world about how a fucking prism works? I learned that from a fucking Pink Floyd cover, dude. You think you have shit to teach about that? It has nothing to fucking do with what we're talking about. Plus, you're fucking an idiot in every fucking physical statement you've made so far. Atoms don't emit light unless there's a nuclear reaction. So there's a nuclear reaction in the tip of your fucking cigarette butt. They're chemical reactions. Oh, but there's more than one atom. If you excite an atom with energy, it will emit energy later. Holy fucking shit. Those gamma rays created in the core of the sun are absorbed by chemicals in the sun and re-emitted. Not just by fucking atomic fusion, but also thermally, all kinds of regular ways. And they're broken down into lower energy photons. You've proven you know shit all about that. Shit all. It's not my fault, dude. You want to come on here acting like a physics genius and want to talk shit. And you're one of these many, many people that can't admit when you're wrong. When you're fucking wrong. You said it was literally infinite, your stupid camera taking a picture of its output.